Game-breaking and meta-defining cards have been announced for the 2022 Mega TINS, and in this video I'll show you the top 10 cards that you need to give you the edge. Starting with Crossout Designator, one of the most influential cards in the OCG, has not had too much of an impact in the TCG. However, with the meta being the way it is now, once you overlap and start playing cards that are at a high power level that you both play, the card is ridiculous. In the mirror match, whoever has Crossout wins the game. That's just how it is. Will we get Maxi? I'm not sure. But what I do know is Crossout can say no to any card in the game, and that's why you need to play at 3 in your deck. Moving on to Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, I don't think I have to say anything more. If you've played the game since this card was released, you know how dominating this card is, how powerful he is, and once he's on the board, it's really tough to get rid of, and he usually just wins you the game because of that. So I think this is a really solid pickup, and if you can, get it now. Dimension Shifter. Okay, I don't want to talk about this one because I hate this card, but if you're a Flunder player, if you're an Exorcister player, this is the chance to get this card. It's been reprinted as an ultra rare, and that means it's also going to be much cheaper. I think this card is the one card that just wins you the game. Activating D-Shift in the draw phase means you usually lose the game. The amount of people that talk about how they've lost to Flunderies because they activate D-Shifter just goes to show how notorious this card is. And as an ultra rare printing, you Exorcist and Flunder players are loving this, I'm sure. Card number 4, Dark Real No More, one of the most influential cards of today's metagame. People are main decking it just because of how powerful it is. It's the one card answer to any board that anyone makes. It's the no fuss removal, and coming in as a secret rare is incredible, and I can't wait to get a playset for myself. Okay, this is the interesting part, Nibiru. So Nibiru's been reprinted a couple times, however now it's been reprinted as an ultra rare. It means for the budget players we can now have access to cards like Nibiru, and now we can Nibiru the opponent. Nibiru is such an influential card. It's always been around, and anytime it's activated, it's usually wiped the board and ended the game. The fact this card can wipe your opponent's whole board before they set up their negates is the reason why this card will always be relevant in the meta and will never die out. Forbidden Droplets being reprinted in the Legendary Duelist Water set was interesting. However, we've now got it as a Prismatic Secret Rare, which is one of the craziest rarities we have right now in the game. I think it looks amazing on Droplets. If you don't have Droplets, you can expect the other ones to start crashing down in price as this one floods the market. Coming out at number 7 is Lightning Storm. Now me personally, I don't own this card, but I've always wished I had it. The fact you can choose monsters or spells and traps makes this card so versatile. The fact that it says attack position has changed the way people place their monsters forever. This is your answer to board breaking in the modern metagame, and if you don't have this, you need to get it. Okay, so it wouldn't be a Megatin 2022 video without talking about Flunderies. I hate the deck, but you gotta love it at the same time. The fact that you can normal summon all these birds, not care about special summoning, and then lock your opponent out because of cards like the Barrier Statue means that Flunderies is probably one of the best decks in the game, and I think it's great that it's been reprinted. We've got the map as a secret rare. I know your budget players are going to absolutely love this. We've got Riser reprinted too. It just means now everyone can play Flunder. Coming at number 9 is Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, but I'm going to couple in all of the Despia and Albaz cards because a lot of them have been reprinted, some with rarity bumps, some with a cheaper rarity in some cases. Masquerade is now a super rare. He used to be an ultra rare. A few days ago he was £20. Now he's probably jumped down. Super rare is just going to make that go even lower. I think this is great. It means now the budget players can now play the Albaz Strike deck at full power, and I think this is a really good step from Konami. Being able to burn your opponent for 600 life points every time they activate something is an effect that just can't go unnoticed. There's even cases where summoning 2 Masquerades will just win you the game because of how modern Yu-Gi-Oh is and how many effects you have to do. I've been in that situation myself. It's really scary, and if you can't out one of them, the other one is still in the field, and that usually spells out the game. There's no way I could go this kind of video without talking about DPE, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, one of the most influential cards of the recent metagame, the previous ban list, and with cards like Vertanaconda being banned, DPE has lost its favorability. However, never discount this card. If it's on the field, it's going to do what it's always done. Stick on the board, pop cards, and slowly whittle your opponent down until you win the game. And that's the top 10 list, but I don't want to leave you there. There are some honorable mentions that cards like the Egyptian God card are amazing. I read the Slifer one, and I legit thought that card was a custom card. I think it's a really good gateway for players who have always loved the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Who maybe picked up the Obelisk and Slifer structure decks, can now have a really powerful edge against the meta. And you know what? I think I'm going to take this deck for a spin and see how I can make a Egyptian God card deck rogue or even tier 2 or 3. And the last 2 mentions are the Ghost Sisters. They've all been reprinted. All of the original art. At the moment, hand traps are really expensive, and it sucks that players have to spend so much money just to enter the playing field. But now with the Mega Tin reprint, we're going to get all of them as either Prismatic Secret Rare or a different rarity. And that's just great for the players right now. So now everyone can have hand traps and hand trap each other. And of course, the last mention is the Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician Girl alternate art. Now, I'm a huge fan of these arts, especially like the Red Eyes one. I'm definitely going to be picking it up. And I've got to mention this because as a collector, you already know these cards are going to jump up in price as the years go by. Because that alternate art is so rare and it's so unique that people are just going to want it down the line. And it's a great card to pick up now once it's cheap. So that's been the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to drop a like. Helps the channel get noticed and helps it get out there. If you found anything interesting from the pack so far, I know the leaks are still going on. What card are you looking forward to in the pack? Are you looking forward to the Egyptian God card support like me? Or are you just looking forward to the staple reprints or the hand trap reprints? I think those are the most notorious cards coming out of the set, and it's just great that now budget players and just regular players alike can now afford cards at a better price, and it just helps the game grow more and more. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.